I'm going to be teaching you guys the easiest possible way to ever lucid dream. Stay in a lucid dream longer. How to lucid dream for beginners. You're going to lucid dream tonight. Lucid is a state of mind in which the dreamer is aware. 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. That's 1/3 of your life on autopilot. You had no control over it. You just closed your eyes every night and watched what appeared in front of you and then woke up every single day. I've been lucid dreaming for about 5 years now, and this is my honest review on the experiences that I've had while I was lucid. October 4th, 2015 was my first dream journal entry ever. Since then, I've amassed over 80 or 90 dream journals that I can always look back on from 4 and 5 years ago and relive my old dreams. I'll never forget my first lucid dream 5 years ago when I was at New York for a school field trip for some reason, and then I look around me and I started to ask myself, how did I get here? I don't remember flying to New York or even driving here. How did I end up in this place right now? I looked around me, and then the same second that I asked that question, everybody around me in that city froze and their heads turned towards me and they were just staring at me. So that freaked me out beyond belief, and I ended up waking up. But I was so amazed at the fact that I caught myself dreaming, and my conscious mind realized that the image that was being portrayed by my subconscious mind was indeed fake. And ever since that day, I've had this passion to go lucid. Every single night that I went to sleep, I would read books on lucid dreaming. At school, when everyone was reading their own books, I would buy lucid dreaming books and read those. I would watch videos on it every single day, and I was infatuated with lucid dreaming. And that was the biggest cause of my success. The fact that it was always on my mind meant that even when I was dreaming, lucid dreaming would always be on my mind, and I would easily catch myself every time that I was in a dream. Now, the second time I ever lucid dreamt, I had a plan from before. I knew that I wanted to experience certain things in my dreams, and I knew that I wanted to do certain things, because after reading up on it and reading all these books and watching all these videos, I said, flying is probably the coolest thing that I could possibly do inside of a dream, because I can't ever do it in real life, or at least not right now. After attempting my reality check inside of a lucid dream, which was to plug my nose and try to breathe through my nose, try that for yourself. If you're watching this video right now, try to plug your nose and breathe through your nose. You can't, because you're not dreaming. But inside of a dream, if you were to plug your nose, you could still breathe through your nose. And that's the first way that I ever found out that I was dreaming, was because I made that a habit, and I would do it 25 to 35 times a day. It got to the point where I would do it so often that I would start to do it inside of my dreams, and that's the whole goal. So my first lucid dream that I've attempted and I wanted to get into without it being an accident, I was hanging out with my friends, we were all jumping on a trampoline, and then I realized that I was dreaming because I did my reality check, and I look around me and I immediately jump for the sky. The one thing that I wanted to do was fly in a lucid dream. So I jump for the sky and I fall back to the ground. And then I jump again and then I fall to the ground. And I remember hearing somewhere that you have to really believe that you have this skill set. You have to really believe that you can fly. If you really believe it, you can do it. So I told myself, I can fly, over and over again. I look up at the sky and I run full speed and jump, and my feet did not touch the ground after that. I kept on flying around my neighborhood. I was on top of the trees, the houses, the wind was hitting my face. I can hear the wind going past my ears. Everything felt so real, and I can still recall that from 5 years ago because it was so lucid, it was so vivid that I can still recall that same dream, and I'll never ever forget it for as long as I live. So flying in my dream was a perfect representation for the real world, that if you want something, you can get it. All you have to do is believe that you already have it. As corny as this may sound, that changed my life. That changed my outlook on life. That changed my perception on life. When I firsthand actually felt that if you believe, you can achieve, I started to believe a lot more in life. Dreams are recalled with a blurry vision. When you think back to your most recent dream 5 minutes after you wake up, it can feel like there's a vignette around the corners of your vision, and everything inside of that dream was low quality. It doesn't feel like you were actually present and you were actually there. It's very similar to watching a YouTube video in 480p plus some additional blurriness. Not only will your dreams start off very blurry, but your attention span in your dreams are similar to a 2-year-old baby. You can't focus on one thing for over 4 or 5 seconds. And focusing on one thing is a very challenging thing at first because everything around you is created automatically by your subconscious mind. In real life, you look at a wall, that wall will always be there. Even if you turn your head to the left and turn it back to the wall's not going anywhere. But in a lucid dream, the wall might start to change colors and then morph into a chair and then morph into a different city. When your environment is constantly morphing into different objects or different places, keeping your focus is the most complex part of a lucid dream. Keeping your focus in real life in 2020 is already hard enough. If you get a single text message, that can throw off your entire train of thought. So just imagine what it feels like when you're in a world that's constantly morphing, the colors are changing, and the objects are turning into different dimensional things. It's almost as if it's harder to stay lucid than it is to become lucid. This is going to have to be reviewed by a psychologist to give me a clear answer on what's going on here. If there are any psychiatrists or psychologists watching this video, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think is going on. I don't recommend you do this your first time in a lucid dream because it will shake you up. Mirrors in the real world show an accurate reflection of what you're looking at in real life, but in the dream world, everything is created by you. So this isn't the case. When you look into a mirror, you see a reflection of what you want to be. If you're insecure about certain parts of your body or your face, when you look in that mirror, you will see a perfect version of you. This is the version of yourself that you never thought could have existed because of your limiting beliefs in the real world. If you are overweight like I was when I looked in that mirror 5 years ago, you'll see the version of you that only if you believed you could be in the real world, then you would be. I was a very chubby kid growing up. I was super insecure about it. I used to wear like baggy shirts so no one would realize how much weight I had put on. And when I looked in that mirror, I saw a healthy, skinnier, and happier version of myself. The limiting beliefs that were put onto me from society, from school, from my friends, from everybody that was around me began to disappear because I looked at myself in that mirror, and even though all these years I thought that I couldn't lose weight, I saw a healthier version of myself. So it made it so much more feasible to actually go get it because I've already seen it exist. It already exists inside of my mind. And that taught me a life skill that I still use till this day. If you can hold something in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. And 20 pounds later, I was that person in that mirror. The part of a lucid dream that everyone wants to know about, that if I didn't mention in this video, I would have gotten thousands of comments asking me about lucid dreaming sex. Is it real? Is it possible? And does it feel real? To answer all those questions, it is real and it most definitely does. The problem is, what you want in real life isn't always what you want when you're dreaming. Your conscious mind is chasing after these material things that this temporary life can give you, but your subconscious knows better. It would rather fly or teleport or experience life without physics or gravity, or even fly underwater without having to hold your breath. It doesn't care about feeling a quick high by mating with another human being or to fulfill a climax with your physical body. It would rather fulfill your soul. With that being said, it is still possible and it is still very real. However, the drive to do it is not the same when you're dreaming. Astral projection is very closely related to lucid dreaming. It's when you detach from your physical body and enter the astral realm. I'm working on a short documentary and testing it out for myself, so if you're interested in the astral realm and you want to know what it's like from a first-hand experience, then subscribe to this channel because it is worth your time, it's free, and you can always change your mind later. Thank you for watching this video. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.